teenagers. I think Grandma was 16 or 16, 17, and they went to a party in German Village and played Flashlight, which is a game where I think it's in the dark in the basement.
Spin the flashlight in the basement.
Spin the flashlight in the basement. German Village.
That's how we met?
I forget what street. I think
That
it
did
might
it?
have been, yeah.
Oh, good.
And then I know they ran off to get married down to Greene, Kentucky.
I don't believe they had the full blessing of their parents at the time, but of course they warmed up to them.
Grandpa went to war. He was on a submarine, destroyers.
So whenever Grandpa was taking breaks from the army,
He'd come home and have
we
kids.
haven't had a kid leave Grandma with
Yeah.
kids.
When we came together, it was always as a big group, and Grandma and Grandpa were always the center of attention. They always would organize games, card games.
Dad was a very serious game player, cards especially. Where Mom was anything but serious about it, and so they were always like that. And the famous saying is, "Ruth, it's your turn." So
Play cards,
it's your turn. So we're waiting, and Mom's always busy being a host and
Yes.
and getting people something to drink or some snacks and things like that. So they were total opposites in that respect, but they both were very social people.
Grandma used to love Ohio State playing anything. And
She liked all sports.
Grandpa and she both love sports like crazy. They'd go to baseball games even if it would just be the neighborhood baseball games. They'd walk to the park and watch baseball games and sit in the bleachers together, hold hands and scream and yell.
Life was simpler then. There were no presents or this and that.
Yeah, they didn't buy a lot of presents or anything like that. Grandpa painted, all my life he painted on the, he put his canvas down on the ping pong table in the basement. And when he wasn't playing ping pong. And he would paint down there in the basement, and Grandma would be upstairs playing the piano.
Dad sang, Mom sang, and Dad was in a quartet a lot, all through my growing years, and and Mom played the piano for the quartet. So they did things together. It wasn't him doing his thing over here and her doing her thing over there. They did things together.
They were very strong religious people, and I think that helped them grow in their relationship.
Yep, they took me to Sunday school every Sunday, and that was my memories of them as my grandpa in the choir, and my grandma singing there next to us when we were little kids. So
They taught me to appreciate my kids and family, and to be very loving. That was always first in our family. You never hung up without saying I love you, coming in and giving everybody in the room a hug. That was an inspiration that you don't really think of as an inspiration. It's just how you were raised.
Every time you came into the house, there was always hugs and kisses, and that was different than what I had been accustomed to. And to me, that just showed, every day was a reinforcement of love. Something that you don't see of 80 plus years old affection. To them, it was just like it was when they were, 20.
Grandma and Grandpa were always very affectionate. They spent 70 years together, and I think one thing that helped them stay together so long was just their ability to show affection toward one another. That's one thing that I'll remember them for, is their ability to show each other that they love each other.
So the answer to the question, 70 years of marriage, a lot of
A
piano.
lot of kids, a lot of
A lot
piano,
of piano, a lot of ping pong.
a lot of kids.
A lot of kids.